Welcome back to the channel. I know we're overdue for a video, so that's why today I don't want to do this. I'm really not feeling it. It's a holiday. But why not? Let's go ahead and just shoot my shot at this video. Come on over. If you haven't seen this in a while, that's okay. You can always click subscribe and then check us out in the videos tab. You go back and take a look at the first video I did mention that we were going to be doing videos that involve so many different things, and one of the many things was landscaping, water features, student fountains and ponds. And today, as you can see, it's been a while since that video. And I try to tell people all the time that it's not just putting something in the ground and letting it go, it'll be all right. No. There's maintenance and work has to be done to keep it looking right. Right now, the water is a nasty pea green. It isn't as bad as some you may have seen here on YouTube. You can, look at some algae water videos and then come back and see, yeah, it's not that bad. So we're gonna try something simple today, and we're gonna make a pre-filter that I've done several times to sip the water, and we're hoping that this is gonna solve the problem, and we're gonna get into that right after this. So, welcome back. What we're going to do is not going to take long. Very short video, really simple. You take a look right here. This is what we're going to use. I don't know if I've ever mentioned this before, or you may have put another video on my Instagram or Twitter. But if you haven't, that's why you might want to look down below and follow me on it, because sometimes I post stuff there that's for the quickie. We're going to use this milk carton, which I got. You can get them anywhere. I mean, if you can find them for free, great. But I think at Home Depot. And we're going to use some quilt batting, which I got at Walmart. Cost about, I don't know, $5. That was like probably $5 or less. I don't remember. And what we're going to do is take the filters. Well, let me just explain to you this too, what's going on here, because a lot of folks don't know. There are two pumps in there. One pump, the installers, when they built this, they put one in running to that filter right sitting up there under this rock. Well, let me show you. This is where the pond is supposed to run off of. This rock, this filter right here. It's made specifically for filtering the pond, but unbeknownst to me, they did not install it correctly, and apparently it was all these years go by, I haven't got it fixed. That's the bottom line. I'm not gonna go into details. But what the simple thing is, it's supposed to go through here, filter through, go up to the waterfall, run down, and continue to do so. Well, for whatever reason, it doesn't work on that filtering setting. It only works on setting 3, which allows the water to come through it, straight through it, into the fall, which means it's not being filtered. So I installed another pump, which is why it's kind of messy. But I put another pump same size, and I built this big old canister you see in the back, the green, huge barrel filter that I basically took different versions of off of YouTube. I'm a YouTube nut, and I built my own. I said if it's that big, much bigger than this, it should be big enough. And it works at times, it's crystal clear. But like I said, right now, it doesn't seem like it's doing its job. So we're gonna try this speed filter to see if that clears up the water, and let's go. First thing we're gonna do is unplug the pump that we're gonna throw the pre-filter on. I believe it's this one. Put the little white tab on it. There's so many plugs down here, you see. I put the white tab on to remind me which one it is. And that should stop that one from running. I think it is. So let's hope that I did unplug the right one. This is kind of messy because I don't want to scare the little bit of fish that's in it, as well as pop a kink in this hole and make a hole. I just replaced the hose because it was doing horrible. So you see I had a bag pre-filter on it already. But what we're gonna do is we're gonna take the crate. I tried to find me a decent amount of twist ties, so if you can find yourself twist ties, that's what you really want to work with. I just bought that rope just in case. And what we're gonna do is stick this inside the crate. It's just that simple. It ain't nothing hard, nothing difficult. And we're gonna take the quilt batting, which you can get small, medium, or large. I believe this is the small, even though you can get larger ones. I always get the small because you really don't need a lot. And you try to place it directly in the middle as best you can, and just cover the entire crate. That's it. Like, you're just trying to make all the water that gets sucked up in the pump go through this quilt bag. So it'll filter out, you know, the particles that's in the water, because it'll have to go through this first. Now, this isn't quite straight, so I'm gonna adjust this a little bit more. But that's it. It's not really rocket science, but it usually works. Every time I do it, it works. We're hoping that it works this time. So we're gonna take, I'm just gonna go with this twine. This is actually what you use for gardening, on your shredders or your weed eaters to cut the grass and trim. Same thing. You just want something to tie it tight that will stay around it at the top, so that the quilt batting doesn't leave from around the crate. And what we're going to do is put this back in here, try to get it in the same exact spot without hitting any of the fish or anything. And it's not going to be pretty, I'm just going to tell you that now, but if it works, within 3 days this water should clear up. So now we're going to go back over here and we're going to plug it back up. Taking, which plug was it? The one with, boom. And plug it back in. We'll put our fake rock cover back on. And just confirm that it's back on, which it should be. Just gonna, again, suck it up there, all the way up to you come around this side. Shout out to my son helping us out today. What we're waiting for is the water to suck up to the filter and then come running back down, which will come back down to a drain hose right there in those rocks. While we're waiting for that to start running again, I want you all to take a look at this video. It's from our sponsor, 420 by Kings, which is basically that size. But it's my shoe line. Let's take a look at this. Welcome back. Okay, so that was enough time for you all to watch that, and you see the water is squirting back out then, which means the pump is running again, and it's going to start sucking, like I said, all this. We're going to let this run for 3 days, and then we'll be back.
3 days later.
Up in the sky, show them the sky real quick. It's raining, so there's no sun out. And this is the only time I had a chance. Let's take a look at the farm now. So as you can see, because the sun isn't out, you can't really tell, but it is a little better from the pre-filter we made. I didn't want to go past today because I said 3 days, and 3 days is what it's been. The only thing is, I don't think it's had enough time because it went so long. Another thing that you might consider is you can research yourself online that when it rains, the rain doesn't help. It feeds your algae. So we're going to have to try probably 2 more things to help get that water clear over the next week or so, which is beneficial bacteria and maybe some pond plants. I've been meaning to do it. I actually had water hyacinths in there at first, giving it a little bit of shade, but they died. It was too much for them. The filtering mechanism that these plants have, it didn't last long. We have some in the pond up front, and they're looking like they're dying off too. It's just too much for it. So you got to have more plants to help filter it, whatever. Down below, I want you all to comment any suggestions you may have, if you have any. And if you do, we'll use your suggestions and do the very next video. But does it work? Generally, yes, it does work. It's just taking a little bit longer. 3 days is not enough, but it is improvement. And I look forward to the next video, hopefully made off of your suggestions and your comments. Thanks for checking back.